Hello, my name is Piyush Jain and I'm a PSW student. Today I'm gonna explain my philosophy of care. My philosophy of care is based on three principles. First is respected patient centered care, second is adaptive compassion, and third is safety with emotional reassurance. Let me break down each one for you. First is respected patient or person centered care. It means it means understanding that every client, no matter their diagnosis or limitation, is still a complete person with inherent value, dignity, and uniqueness. Their medical issues don't define who they are. They are just hurdles they encounter while keeping their identity and personhood intact. Second one is adaptive compassion. It involves meeting clients exactly where they are at any given moment. This means I need to adjust my caregiving style based on their immediate needs, mental state, and situation. It calls for flexibility, empathy, and a readiness to change tactics when the initial methods aren't hitting the mark. Third one is safety with emotional reassurance. It merges practical safety measures with emotional backing. It's not just about keeping clients physically safe, they also need to be feel secure, supported, and emotionally cared for. Both aspects are equally important. Okay, you let me tell you how this philosophy influenced my approach during a tough time with my grandmother. My grandmother is suffering from dementia and also she lost a vision to glaucoma and she is bedridden. Uh, and she experiences hallucination episodes, and most probably these episodes are in the nights, and these are very scary for her. She would call out convinced there were people or animals in a room, and because she couldn't see well enough to check what was real, her anxiety would quickly rise. At first family members would try to reason with her, there's nothing there, go back to sleep, but this just made her more upset. That's when I decided to change my approach. For a more respectful, person centered care, I began asking myself, what would I want if I were in her shoes, experiencing something frightening and unable to distinguish between what was real and what was not? I realized that dismissing her hallucinations meant dismissing her feelings and fears. For a compassionate response, instead of arguing against the hallucinations, I choose to acknowledge them by saying, I understand you are saying something troubling, Grandma. I am here with you and I will make sure you are safe. I also made some changes to ensure her safety while providing emotional support. Like I established a bedtime routine with some religious music she likes, and comforting touch by holding her hand. And since she has lost her vision, she is mostly relied on her senses. So I made sure to position myself where she could feel my presence without being startled, spoke very calm tones, steady tones, and stayed with her. This philosophy driven had a huge impact on my grandmother's outcomes in all the aspects, physically, emotionally, and psychosocially. Physically, by making changes to our environment and responding consistently, we were able to cut down on a nighttime agitation, which was the which led to a big improvement in a sleep quality, basically. So, better sleep meant she was less tired during the day and had fewer health issues. Also, being bedridden puts her at risk for pressure sores and infection, but with less agitation, she was thrashing around less and the positioning was more stable. I also took proactive safety steps like making sure her bed rails were secure during hallucination and keeping a space clear of obstacles despite her limited mobility to prevent falls and any severe injuries. Emotionally, uh, the change was very noticeable because these hallucination episodes are very really scary for her, especially when combined with vision loss. It makes very hard to check what's real. By acknowledging her experiences instead of brushing them off, I helped maintain her dignity and lessen the emotional toll of these episodes. She started calling for me specifically during these times because she knew I wouldn't make her feel confused or look foolish. This trust is key to emotional well-being in dementia care. Psychosocially, uh, keeping her sense of identity impact intact, like even with serious cognitive and physical challenges, helped her stay connected with the family. While when other family noticed that my approach eased the distress, they began using the similar methods, which created a consistent experience across caregivers. This consistency helped avoid the confusion that came from mixed responses. A broader aspect, talking about physical well-being. By practicing respectful person centered care, we are more likely to notice subtle changes in clients' health because we view them as a complete individual and not merely a collection of symptoms. Adaptive compassion allows us to modify care plans when typical methods fails, helping to prevent complications before they worsen. Safety combined with emotional supports decreases stress and anxiety, which would promote healing and shorten the recovery times. Emotionally, clients who feel their experiences are acknowledged, even if those experiences differ from objective reality, tend to experience lower levels of psychological distress. This approach can lessen feelings of isolation, shame, and fear that often comes with illness or disability. When clients trust their caregivers, they are more inclined to share openly about their symptoms, concerns, and needs, resulting in an improved emotional support. Psychosocially, by preserving clients' sense of identity and dignity, this approach helps them maintain connections to their social roles and relationships. Families gain more confidence in the care their loved one receives, while strengthens the support network. Clients are encouraged to participate in their own care decisions wherever possible, fostering autonomy and psychological well being, even in the situation of dependence. This approach can be utilized in various healthcare environments from acute care to long term care and from pediatrics to geriatrics because fundamentally it focuses on treating every client as a valid individual deserving of personalized, compassionate, and a safe care. Thank you very much.